Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a brake job. This is all the tools you're going to need. Just a socket set, some long sockets, some short sockets, some thread locker, of course your brake pads. You're going to need a breaker bar, then a torque wrench, one of those brake pad tools to compress the piston for your new thick brake pads, and maybe some WD-40 for some stuck bolts. That way you can lubricate them. You can also buy some silicone paste to lubricate the guide pins, but I went the cheap route and I did not purchase that. But anyways, I'm going to be working on this 2006 Mitsubishi Eclipse I own. So of course, the first step you're going to do is loosen your lug nuts because the tires got to come off. After you do that, then you want to lift up the car. But I'll get back to you guys when I do that. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got the car lifted already. I took the wheels off. I used a compressor with one of these impact guns, but you can use whatever tool you have. And the next step, I'm going to start with the driver side brake pad. So I turn my wheel just like this so I could get to these bolts easier. All right, so I'll get back to you when I loosen those bolts up. Anyways guys, I forgot to mention, this is the bolts you're going to take off. It's got one in the top and one in the bottom. Here's the little boots. Mine happens to be a 14 millimeter. Yeah, mine happens to be a 14 millimeter, and I'm going to use a breaker bar to loosen it up. But like I said, I'll get back to you guys when I do that. Anyways guys, I've got this little pin out. The guide pin is out. So now you got to do is lift it up. That way you can get those brakes in, just like so. Anyways, let me try to see if I can get something to hold this up so I can do this brake job. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Anyways, I've got the brake pads out now. Those don't matter, but these little thingies here, make sure you check how they are when you take them off. I think it's got one on the bottom and one on the top. That way you can put it back on the same way. So that's how it was. So you want to put it on the same way. So like this. There goes the bottom one. Now we're going to work on the top one. The top one's going to be a little different. Or just, flip it, is what I'm trying to say. Yep. That's how the top one's going to go. Just like that. I don't know if y'all can see. After that, what you want to do is compress your piston. So let's do that right now. Let me get my little tool here. Here's the tool to compress the piston. You want to use one of your old brake pads. Just put it across there like that. Just like that. And you go to crank it down. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I hope you can. Having a little bit of technical difficulty here. Let's see. Just like that, guys. Start pressing down until you can't no more. And that's how you get that piston. I don't know if you can see, the piston is going in slowly but surely. Looks like I bottomed out right there. All right. Yep. Looks like I bottomed out right there. So now you want to loosen it up again. Make sure you hold the brake pad. It's gonna fall down. Oh, and as you guys can see, I don't know if you can see. Let me show you. This is what I did. Make sure you're. I'm just switching the brake pads out, but yeah, the way I held this up is I tied a rope around my coil springs. It should be able to hold the weight just fine. Anyways, yeah, like I said, just loosen that up. And we'll move on to the next step, which is lubricating. I'm gonna lubricate here at the top, wherever the brake pad's gonna make contact. That way it don't squeal. Anyways, that one is compressed now. So now we move on to the next step, like I said, lubrication. Oh, I forgot. I did say I cheaped out and I didn't get any silicone paste for to lubricate this thing. So we're just gonna use it like that without lubrication. Anyways, there's the old pads. I'm gonna show you guys. There's the old pad and there's the new pad. Look how much of a difference. So yeah, it was in his last days. Anyways, go ahead and put your brake pad back in. There's one way it goes in. You can't get it wrong. Just look at the shape of the rotor, and that's how you put that in. Just like that. Oh yeah, I did forget to mention, guys, that before you compress the piston to open your brake reservoir, and I forgot to do that. Let's just hope I didn't make a big old mess with the brake fluid. Let's check out what's going on. The reason you do that is because too much pressure builds up. Nope. Looks like we're lucky. Nothing leaked out, but we're going to go ahead and open it. Very slowly, cautiously. There we go. All right. So yeah, make sure you have your brake reservoir open. See right there? The piston is completely pressed in. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me show you guys. See that? It's completely flush. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the other brake pad back on. I'll just take you guys along with me. Just like that. You got little grooves where they go in, where that metal plate is. Just like that. See how flush it is? All right, now you want to, well, I'm going to put thread locker on my, now you want to put your guide pins back on, whatever you took off. I'm going to put a little bit of this, a little bit of thread locker. That way it don't come off with with vibrations. Anyways, you just need a little bit, a little dab. Anyways, guys, all I'm doing here is tightening everything by hand, the 2 bolts. I done put the caliper back down. I'm tightening everything up with my socket, and then I'm gonna get to torquing them to spec. Anyways, now we're at the torquing down part. Here's my little torque wrench. So you want it at 28 if this will focus. Anyways, it ain't focusing, but I got it right at 28. So yeah, after that, just torque it down. And before you take off, put step on the brake pedal, pump it up a few times. That way your brakes will start working again. And yeah, don't forget that part, because your brakes might not work when you're going high speeds, and then you'll regret it. So make sure you pump them up before you leave wherever you worked on your car. And yeah, that about completes this video. Brake pads are done. I didn't do rotors because they don't look like they needed it right now. But we're gonna put the wheel back on, and yeah, that completes the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Later.